Have you ever looked at the daily news and occasionally had a rather dangerous thought? Who on earth let these people with zero common sense vote and run things? Don't feel guilty. If Plato were still alive today after more than 2,400 years, he would absolutely support you. In his eyes, if a country constantly looks like a noisy fish market, it's because the souls of the people inside are completely out of whack, let's say. Plato believed that the state is basically just a human being written large. He argued that every one of us has three people fighting inside us: desire in the stomach, spirit in the chest, and reason in the brain. So what exactly does a good country, or what Plato calls a just city, look like? His standard is actually quite ruthless. Translated into plain English, it boils down to stay in your lane and mind your own business, or more formally, do your own work and don't meddle. He mapped out the state perfectly. Farmers and merchants should obediently satisfy the city's desires and take charge of producing wealth. The soldiers with their spears should use their spirit to defend the country and the brain. Only those who know how to use reason deserve to sit inside the driver's seat and hold the steering wheel. This sounds strictly hierarchical, right? Plato was definitely not a supporter of the idea that everyone is equal. He didn't buy into the idea that anyone could become the president if they study hard at all. He threw out a premise that seems incredibly politically correct today. He believed that human souls come with different factory settings, you could say. When gods created humans, they mixed gold into some souls, silver into others, and nothing but bronze and iron into the rest. Since the materials are different, how could the fate of a country be handed over to a random crowd pulled off of the street, letting them decide with a one-person, one-vote system? This brings us to Plato's most important critique of the Athenian democracy of his time. He believed that governing a country by counting votes was illogical. Why? Because the vast majority of people spend their entire life sitting comfortably in that dark cave, watching shadow puppets led by the nose of their senses and desires, having never seen the truth. Such a public is way too easily deceived by smooth-talking politicians. So, who should rule this civilization? Plato presented his ultimate answer to this problem, the philosopher. So, Plato asked, who should rule a just city? And he answered, philosopher. He believed that you had to let the ones who had truly walked out of the cave and seen the sun, or the ones who have grasped the absolute form of the good, be rulers. Because only genuine philosophers have zero interests in worldly power and money, if you force them to be king, they might even complain that holding office cuts into their thinking time. But because they don't want power, they are the least corruptible and safest rulers. Plato's work, The Republic, is like a razor-sharp mirror, asking us a question that still hurts today. Should we pursue the absolutely correct truth, or should we respect a chaotic democracy where everyone just lumps together? Plato's solution was too perfect, so perfect that it bordered on tyranny. But while he kept his neck craned, staring fixatedly at the eternally perfect world of forms in the sky, his favorite student by his side, Aristotle, turned his philosophical gaze back down to this messy, smoky, yet undeniably real, mortal world right in front of us.